And we're back. Let's see if we have any better luck this time. Huzzah, I've mucked around with things, so... Actually, oh wait, crap, that means I need to go on the settings things, doesn't I? On... Sorry guys if you're messaging in chat, I need to just update some settings. And I've gotten rid of the 20-second delay thing, so I'm just like, oh, it's too much. Too much of a delay, it just makes things awkward, doesn't it? Hello, has anything changed? Is anyone even here? It's saying it's live, so let's get shareable link. Minute post. Then go on channel. I didn't freaking that's annoying. 1 second, sorry. Got that an image to something. I would post that. Delete that. There we go. Alright, get rid of majority of background interference. Hi! Do you want to talk about it? No! We'll talk about next stream during next stream. No. Nyep. 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 Everything is censored? Oh, I have to, otherwise I'm gonna get my ass kicked for fucking Disney. I don't want to deal with that. Do you guys want to deal with that? Do you guys want me to get copyright struck up the wazoo? You guys are gonna get my BGM this one because I'm extra paranoid now. You said like, oh yeah, we heard the audio through your headphones. Hi Black Death, hello! How you doing? How you doing, everybody? Anyway, okay. So what I've done is, I put out ultra low latency. For some reason it went back up to normal latency and I just didn't notice. I've turned down the resolution a bit so things will be a bit more but it should still be watchable. I've only put it down by like 1 level. I've gotten rid of the delay because I hate the delay. I'm gonna be real with you, it's really awkward. And I've just kind of gotten rid of everything in the background that I don't need. So, I just realized I can't actually play my background audio because it was fucking... How is it? Is the lag still awful? Is the lag still kicking us in the nuts? How is it? Because, yeah. I'm this close to just going back to doing ASMR only because this is getting pathetic, honestly. Which I don't want to do. I do want to stream. It's just like, and I'll still do like stream stuff, but like, Sorry, I missed the last stream. Was busy. No, it's okay. No lag yet. All right. Well, we'll pray that it stays that way. All right. So this is going to be episode 2 of a watch-along for Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation. I have not seen anything from this. Twitter seems content to spoil me and everything, but I've done my best to avoid it. I do not see. And... yeah. Yeah, I do not see the spoilers. But yes, I've brought out the fan art again of my OCs here in the little corner. Maybe one day I'll do a stream discussing my Twisted Wonderland OCs, because it's not just these two. I have, like, you know those people who are like, they take the setting of a world and then they just only focus on their own characters operating inside that world, to the point they actually end up changing a bunch of the lore of the world. Guess who does that? It's moi. It's moi. I created a whole alternative universe set in Night Raven College. I was very proud of it. I'm still kind of proud of it, low-key, because I think the characters are good, but hey, again, maybe some other day. Anywho, really, I liked the bit, but not at all for long, and the gaps are getting longer. Okay, that's good. But yeah. So, for those who didn't watch last stream, watch it. But also, please catch you up. Did not finally fix their internet? Maybe. We'll see. We'll hope. We pray. Fish acting actually a god or something? Yes, I am. I am God. I am a god. She switched to Vodafone or something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. I will take your jabs, but I will take them with a smirk, because apparently the lag isn't as bad, which I pray for. I bought an Ethernet cable and it did nothing, so I've had to mess around with settings, but you know, maybe it's we'll see. What was I gonna say? But yes, to those who did not watch the last stream or have forgotten, first off, go watch it, but do that after this one, because we're live right now. I did what I said and I watched the episode ahead of time, so I'm curious to see now how a true fan of the series reacts. God, I am so looking forward to one scene in particular. It's so fucking funny. I think it's coming this episode. I might be wrong, but it probably will be. I'm not sure. Episode 1, okay, so what I did was, like I said, I wanted to compare the manga with the anime. So I went back and reread the Hearts of Yule manga. And, yeah. So I now have that stuff fresh in my mind. And also, I also went back and watched the game so I could compare the three. I didn't reread the novel. The novel's really long. I wouldn't have had the time to read it even if I wanted to. The entirety of it anyway. But one thing I did realize... Oh wait, no, it's not coming up in the anime. No, yeah, never mind. When it comes up in the anime, I think it's gonna come up. If the funny scene I was just talking about shows up, that scene is definitely gonna show up, so I'll be able to talk about it. But it's a very glaring difference with the manga to the book and the game. So there's that. But yeah, with fish. Strike me down then with fish. The god of simping. I ain't no simp. Well, I am a simp, but like, you know. I ain't god tier. I'm not Bow. Actually, no, never mind. She's the god of furries, ain't she? No, whatever. Anyway, to actually catch people up, the story follows the main character Yuken, who is the leader of the Kendo Club back in Japan. I forget where he's from specifically, but he's from Japan. On one night when he's waiting for the bus, he suddenly gets isekai'd by Horse Carriage Kun, cousin of Truck Kun. You may know him, probably don't, but he's part of the family tree. Respect him. He wakes up in a coffin. Falls out into a college, more like a high school or a college, but it follows like UK kind of things where it's like you finish major education, like school level education at like 16, and then afterwards is like kind of is college level, which it's confusing. I'm not going to bother explaining it actually. Suffer. But yeah, he falls out and he's like, where the frig am I? And everyone's like, you're at a very prestigious mage school. You should be very happy to be here. I don't know how to use magic. Bye. What? Says the crowd. And then Grim, this little grey tanuki cat raccoon thing, just comes bursting in through the window. And he's like, I want to be a mage. I want to be the greatest mage to ever live. I'm the great Grim. Give me your acceptance letter, even though you don't have it. In the game, it's the main character who's wearing the robes that the rest of the cast are wearing in the first scene. So like Grim is like, give me your robes, but obviously you have no idea what's going on, so you don't. Also, you don't get burnt to a crisp because he sets everything on fire, which he does also do in the anime. Though, yeah, he sets everything on fire, and everyone's like, oh no. And then the episode ends with Yuken trying to save this red-haired dude called Riddle. But then Riddle's like, bitch, do you know who I am? And then he pulls out his special magic called Off of Your Head, which creates a collar and it seals your magic or whatever. And yeah. And then he's like, Yukon, you bitch, you insulted me by assuming I was weak. I shall have your head. And Yukon's like, I was just trying to help you out, man. And yeah, that's where it ends. Carriage-kun! Jesus versus Nat because she got like, thank you, anonymous phone. Any remotely handsome 2D short-haired anime boy in a game, you're simping. Okay, I refute the short bit. At the very least. I will refute the short bit. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna make it. Riddle's special magic is Avada Kedavra shake. Well, no, he doesn't kill you, unfortunately? Why unfortunately? I don't know. Okay, never mind. Whatever. Yes, Grim, who is one hot-headed cat? Yes, he is, but I love him anyway. He is my hot-headed son. But yeah, Sorry, my background audio is gone. We are going to now watch the episode as it happened last episode. No audio, heavy censorship obviously on the stream because I don't want Disney to kick my ass. What else am I saying? Slapping my face apparently because I'm like half asleep. There was something else. I will be pausing periodically throughout this because it will either be every 5 minutes or, knowing me, every 10 seconds to scream about how wonderful this situation is, that we finally have the anime, even though it's weird that we've got this before the freaking Genshin anime, but that's a whole different kettle of fish, whatever. But yeah, I will be watching the anime. I'm watching the dubbed version because I've played the games and I've read the manga and I've read the novel, so I know the Japanese version of it, quote unquote, with the manga and the book because they're translated obviously, but I've heard the Japanese voice acting before, so as much as I love the Japanese voice acting, I would much prefer to actually just have a somewhat new experience with this because like I said, I read the manga, so I know what happens in the manga and the games and the novel, blah 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 blah. So I just want to have like some new fresh experience. And I did check again, it is Paul Castro Jr. as Riddle, and I genuinely really love him as Riddle, so I'm really excited to see how he takes the character further. Anyway, we are starting now, okay? If you... Wait 1 second, actually. Wait 1 second, actually. I forgot. Wait 1 second. Hello, Zakaru! Hello, how are you doing today? I will return post-haste, because I realized I did not... I'm still here, if you're in the Discord, I am sharing the link to the, the Disney Plus thing in the Discord. I forgot to delete the link last time, so if somebody could, like, go back and delete the link, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, it is in the general chat thing. Yeah. We're online now. Huzzah. We are back online. Do you have audio description? Because I do. No, I don't. I've just got the dub on. I don't want people to hear it, because that's just a further chance of my ass getting kicked, but you know. We vibing. No, the Genshin anime isn't, well, I don't think it's coming out, I'm afraid. I was just saying that it's weird that we somehow got this before the Genshin anime, but hey. Half asleep? No matcha? No. No, I do not have matcha on me. I was rushing to get on the thing, so yeah. Anyway, let's actually start this. Woohoo! Dude, what's Yukin? Oh, never mind. They're doing a recap of themselves. Yay! All the pretty anime boys. Let's go. Hey, Riddle. Congratulations. Thank you, J. Michael Tatum. Everything is burning. Not juice, it's dose! Oh, I love that light delivery. Engie boy. Okay, I'm gonna be... Oh, let me just go back 1 second. Let me just get on his face. Pretty boy. Here we go. Actually, a bit further in. I was a little let down by this. I didn't go back and rewatch the episode, but I did see people talking about the scene later on. It made me kind of be like, okay, yeah, this isn't the worst way to interpret the scene. However, Riddle in both the in the game and the manga. In the game and the manga, well, even in the novel, but obviously you don't see it, so I can't compare the visuals in that respect. He has this thing of, he gets so angry, his face turns bright red, and by the coloring in the manga, this was meant to be one of those moments, like the complete, like, switch up from, it's a very, in the manga as well, it's a very sudden switch, whereas in here it was a gradual build-up. I was genuinely expecting it to be one of those things where you see his pretty, like, resting face, I guess, I don't fucking know, and then it switches to his mouth being like saying the "Are you all right?" line, and then it like zooms out to show his like red scowling face. That was what I was hoping for, but obviously that didn't end up being the case. But like, can't. Yeah, it's not the worst way that they've interpreted the scene, but I'm a little sad that we didn't get red face riddle. Though I suppose they may be saving it for something later, so I can't be as upset. You prodigious buffoon! Not that line.
Your punishment will be swift and righteous, and your head will roll!
Crazy man number 1.
Hang on a sec, Rick.
Oh, okay, we're back to the present now. Trey!
Take a breath and remain calm. You want me to be calm? Once this imbecile has been punished for his ruinous behavior and flagrant violation of the rules, then I will be calm!
The audio seemed a bit
Yes, of course, we're aware, but you can't...
That was a bit behind there, the audio. It seemed like the noise for when his like arm went down kind of just like thingied. It was a bit delayed for some reason. I am not following the... It's not that. It is Disney Plus. It is Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus, guys. See it on the screen. It says Disney Plus. But I still hear the audio. I have something outside of this to do, so listening to you is more preferable over having the anime open. Non-accuratism, love it. No, it's so annoying. Okay, let me just put my... I think part of the issue is that I have my headphone off my ear, so let me just put it back on my ear. I usually have it off so I'm not too loud, so I don't completely disturb my roommates, but I will keep it on my ear for this, because I don't want Disney to kick my ass.
He's only just arrived. So true. Since it's just his first day.
So true. I love you, Cater.
Hey, what if we just let this slide with a little warning?
Wait a second. I've already explained that I can't use magic. There's no point in me sticking around.
Hey, we're trying to help you here, so just play along.
Oh, this is another bit of not entirely accuratism. Non-accuratism. At this point, like, Cater's, like, next to Yukon, and he's kind of... His facial expression is a bit more comedic. A bit more like, dude, we're trying to help you out here, come on! But it's like, I don't know. I suppose this is one of the moments where it's not as important to, like, keep the accuratism, so... to keep accuracy. Accuratism. Keep accuratism. To keep it accurate, so I can't be too mad at the swap.
Are you still sleep-talking or mad? The Black Carrot has no reason to visit someone who can't use magic!
It is as the boys
The magic mirror is talking! Guys, it's the... it's the summoning music again! Ooh, green flames. Oh, this is... That's slightly different to the manga. In the manga, they just had him... he was just there. He was just floating. He was just observing.
The dark mirror is addressing us on its own. Explain what you mean.
Oh, that's slightly different, that line there. Trey being like, the dark mirror is... whatever he said to us on its own, talking to us on its own. That is... Can still hear it? What? What? No, there's no way. I'm gonna end up... Is it... Oh, frig! No, I didn't turn off Desimonia! I didn't turn off the Desimonia! No, you weren't supposed to hear it. I clicked this. I zero two. Disney, please, I beg of you, don't kick my ass, please. I'm so sorry. No! Oh, fuck, I'm screwed. I'm actually screwed now. I've actually played the audio. Oh, no. I'm gonna have to go back and silence this part of the VOD. Crap. Oh, crap. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, that would be a strike. I'm pretty sure. Oh no, fuck, I'm actually panicking now. That was cute. It was not cute. I'm actually worried. Okay, fuck. Fuck. Okay. I think I am just gonna have to go back. It sucks, but I'm just gonna have to go back and I'm gonna have to cut out that segment of the VOD afterwards. Not so adorable. Just stop. Don't call me cute. I'm genuine. No, this is actually worrying. I could genuinely get a copyright strike and lose the channel. Looks like the like is gone. This is awesome. Hooray. Fucking finally. Hopefully that's not a jinx. But yeah, that... I don't want to lose a channel, so okay. Okay, well, I've muted the desktop audio now. I can't fucking believe I forgot to do that. Oh my fucking god, I was being so careful and shit. Obviously not careful enough. It's cool. Considering the changes by all the coverings on the stream, you should be fine. I pray. I fucking pray. If not, well, I think I am just gonna have to... It's either I'm gonna have to go back and silence everything and, like, try to edit the audio or, like, isolate speech, like, going back, but... I wish you luck to not be taken down. Oh, fuck me. Whatever, we're gonna continue with it, because at this point, what fucking choice do we have, man? But yeah, okay. Pressing. Basically, the mirror's saying that... Okay, that's fine. Basically, the mirror's saying that you can is bitchless. I mean magicless. Also, can I just say, Yukin's, like, injury in the anime is, like, a bit more graphic than in the manga. Like, in the manga, it's, like, it's more of he has a scorch mark on his arm-ish, or, like, the cut isn't as, like, his uniform isn't as widely cut as, like, the cut is. It's just, like, a slice. Which, also, quick question, how the frick did he get a slice? I can't remember it from last episode or the manga, but, like, how did he get a slice on his arm? No one was using a sword or a knife. Hey! You can mute your audio tracks in post, I think. I pray, but the issue is, my issue is, YouTube does it based off, like, speech and shit. I don't know if it will be, like, if YouTube can tell the difference from the streaming platform from desktop to, like, me speaking into my mic. I don't know if it can tell the difference. So, I mean, hopefully it can. I don't want to, like, share content, like, illegally. So, like, there's that, but... If you're using OBS, change your browser audio to only track 2 so it doesn't show up on the bottom. I don't use OBS, I just use Streamlabs. I just use Streamlabs. I am the basic bitcher.
That's great. I'd love to go back.
You can still, like, oh, okay. Oh my god! Wait, hold up. This is not, it was not nearly this dramatic in either of the adaptations. What? He's just in the game. You just, maybe I'm forgetting from the manga. I just reread it, man. Maybe I'm forgetting, but he literally just walks up to you. Crowley's just like, okay, just go to the mirror and just say, like, where you're from, or just think about. He just said just think about your home, and the magic mirror will be able to, or the dark mirror, not the magic mirror, because this isn't Snow White. It's apparently a different one to the magic mirror. Okay, so quick explanation thing before I continue. The mirror you're seeing here, not the magic mirror in Snow White. It's a mirror based on the magic mirror, and it's called the dark mirror. That's why it's got those fancy markings on the mask, whereas the one in Snow White was just plain. But yeah, in the game, he's just like, okay, just stand in front of the mirror, think about your home, and a portal will open to it, and you can just go home. He doesn't nearly have this much flair with it. Ah. Apparently Yukon has no home. Yeah. Yeah, the magic mirror is saying that Yukon does not have a home, so he's stuck in the isekai world for now. Okay, I'm just gonna skip over the intro this time because I feel like there we go. That should be a good point. It's riddle. I'm gonna have to grab us. There we go. Episode 2. I can't read the Japanese. But yeah, I'm just gonna, from this point forward, if we do continue with this series, if Disney doesn't come on my ass, I will be thingying. What's the word? I will be skipping the intro and the outro because it's just is no point in it. Yeah. The headmaster's voiced by J. Michael Tatum. Everything becomes dramatic. Ew. Start making a second channel, transfer vids into that channel just in case. Legally distinct mirror, basically, yeah. Hi, Carney. Hello. I mean, considering, like, what's it? I still spoke about this last stream, but Disney, for some reason, couldn't get, in the game, they couldn't get the rights to their own, like, covers of their own music, which are in the game. So it's like this weird thing between Disney Japan and Disney America, apparently. It's either something to do with the rights to voice actors' voices or just the differences between different regions of Disney. But it's so stupid. So the fact that they did have to make it the dark mirror in comparison to the magic mirror might legit be a copyright issue. Oh, it's only been 20 minutes. Hey, it's been the actual length of an episode. You know what, if that was meant to be like a little hint, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, I appreciate that immensely. Crowley just said, the country of Japan. I didn't say it nearly as weird as he said it, but it's so funny. He's basically saying also that he has no idea where that country is. Also, I find it, okay, you can't really see because of the sepia filter I have on, but Crowley's hair here is, like, green at the bottom, and it's not like that in the game. In the game, his hair it's still black, like this, the upper half of his hair is black, but it's black with a more purpley twinge to it. Or, like, a bluey twinge, like, similar to his jacket here, which, again, you can't see. But, you know, no magic, no home, probably no bitches, what does you have? A sword. I kid you not. It's funny because, like, in the it's really weird. There are a few differences which I'll say here because they're not really spoilery. In the game, the main character shows up and literally they have nothing on them. They don't have their phone. They don't have their wallet or purse. They have no personal items on them. It's just them and their clothes. Literally the clothes on their back. But in the anime, for some reason, they're like, well, we don't know how to explain why a kendo sword, or in the manga, we don't know how to explain why a kendo sword would be in Twisted Wonderland. So I guess we're just gonna have to send him with that. But then what are we gonna do when they ask about his personal items? Fuck, I guess he's keeping his wallet too and his phone. Well, I don't know if he kept his phone, actually, but it wouldn't matter either way. It's not like he's getting any cell service. People are straight up not believing him. Riddle with the, like, bitch, shut the fuck up. You consider, like, okay, you can't send me home, fine, I'll walk. He's walking through the school. Oh, I love the little, like, diamondy, like, filter they've put on for the light. They don't do that. It's just regular lighting in the, like, anime and manga, so it's a nice little effect. Yo! Oh my god! Wait, this is actually so cool. I'm so, we got it in the Spell Drive Coliseum. Oh my gosh! Fun fact: this bit where Yukon is standing now, this is This is the first bit where with the summoning, summoning animation is you're going up the school, a part of the school, and then you go into the Hall of Mirrors, and then the cards appear. The reason I can tell it's the start of the animation is because of these crow statues. You start from like the bottom down there, and you're looking up the stairs, but you have the crow statues. If you turn around, there will be a spire with a window, and if you get an SSR card, you see a Grim. Very cute. I wonder who they're gonna make the... Oh, it is just still NPCs. Also, FYI, Crowley is currently my favorite character. Then I'm afraid you are going to suffer, because Crowley does not get nearly as much content as the others for a bit. He's still ever present. I won't deny that he is. He does still get scenes and things, but the books will always focus on the main, like, dorm. I think book 8 has just been announced in the game, so that, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna focus on the faculty now, like the Headmaster Crowley and the other teachers you'll see in the game. They're in the intro. Obviously, I skipped over it in this one, but like the teachers and the shopkeeper and the headmaster, I'm pretty sure book 8 is gonna focus on them, because the trailer heavily focuses on Crowley. Oh, he does still have his phone. Just no service. Man has a good amount of charge on his phone, my god. He is really trapped. His thought there isn't like, my friends and family back home, my my tournament no, not that, my friends and family back home, my life I've left behind. No, his concern is like, well, I guess I'm not getting to the tournament tomorrow. Aw, he's apologizing to his teammates because he's not going to be there to make up the qualification numbers. Ooh. I'm going to let you use a vacant dormitory to stay because I can't let you stay in any of the others because you're not a student. It's kind of illegal. Oh god. I get weird chills every time Crowley calls himself a kind man, and it's translated over to the EN version, so thank you J. Michael Tatum for that. Umbro! Umbro! Okay, the English name... God, look at this dump. This is the base of operations, guys. In the Japanese version, it's called Omboro. Omboro? I might be mispronouncing that. But the English version is ramshackle, because it's just a ramshackle dorm. Which, interestingly enough, what's it? The dorm itself might come into play as like a major thing later, because we don't really know why. We don't know why the dorm was abandoned, and also we don't even know the original name of the dorm, but you know, that's just me musing. Because says hear audio but I still hear it. Oh no, how do you still hear audio? I didn't... One second. Desktop is thingied. It's... Maybe it's gotta be from my headphones themselves. I have no idea how to stop that, though. That's annoying. Because my mic doesn't work anymore. So I can't just do a separate mic audio, either. So it's literally just gonna have to freaking... that's annoying. It just needs a few renovations. Just a few. Oh god, they make it look even worse than it did in the game. The hallway was at least walkable. It wasn't all this stuff there. Oh my god, cobwebs everywhere. Oh my god. I'm gonna let you lodge here free of charge. You would charge someone to be here? Yukin's nose is a lot more rounded than I thought. Oh, CGI lampshade. Shaking on its own. What could possibly be causing that? What? Ooh. The creepy laughter. Ooh, who's there, you can? Who's there? By the way, this dilapidated place I'm letting you stay in for free of charge because I'm so nice. By the way, there's also like ghosts haunting it, just to let you know. If you get the hammer, just let us know the new channel. I can't make a new channel. I can't make a new channel if this one gets the hammer. That's the issue. It's not like Twitch where you can make a new one, or like the ban will only exist for a few days. If your channel on YouTube gets axed, everything goes. And you can't make a new one. That is the issue. I love all the distinct ghost designs. They didn't just make them all the same sprite. Oh, this is near that face. This is a minor difference between the game and the manga. In the game, well, in the manga, obviously, here you can see Yukon is just like, whoa, ghosts, awesome! But in the game, the main character is actually scared. And Grim ends up showing up a lot, showing up again, and you two have to, like, fight them off. But yeah, I can understand why they want to cut that segment, because it wasn't really important to the prologue. Oh, so cute. Wait, can you make a rundown house look worse? Maybe. You might be able to. Your tenure here on campus. That was such a weirdo. And now Yukon is the janitor. I will let you go to the open library. I will allow you access to the open library so you can figure out a way to get home. Because I am so nice. Oh my god! Oh, it's the room! Oh, it's the room! This is like the base of... I know I already said base of operations for Ramshackle itself. But this room is... Oh, it's so iconic. I love it. I love it so much. The fact he was so willing to sleep in dirty sheets makes me worried. Also, where did you... Do you just have that shirt on hand? Is that your kendo shirt? Did he not provide you with pajamas? Crowley, could you not provide the poor man with at least a pair of... like an extra shirt? I was gonna say goodbye, because I just go, oh, bye, Soldier, thank you for jumping in. Those ghosts scream Haunted Mansion, by the way. It's actually more... Ramshackle was actually more compared to... Not Haunted Mansion, but there was this animated short... I think it was Mickey's Haunted Mansion, or something similar to that. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy basically go to a haunted house, and if you compare the ghosts and the environment from that short to the ghosts and the design of Ramshackle, you can actually realize, like, oh, these look very similar. And then there's also going to be some moments later on. I don't think it happens until, like, book 4, I think, or at the very end of book 3. But, what's it? Yeah, the parallels get a lot stronger later down the line. He's just like, good night. I love Yukon's voice, by the way. Why does the water look like milk? It's the 7! It's the 7. Oh my god, that waist is snatched! Pop off, Evil Queen, my god. Wait, why are the statues all broken? They're not like that in... Hold up. Why are the statues all cracked? They aren't like that in anything out in the game or even in the manga. They didn't have that detail on them. Huh? Ace! Oh, this is the moment one of the moments I wanted to see. What is with that hand on your waist, young man? What are you trying to tell us, Ace? Ooh. Alright. Oh boy, they're actually using segments from the Disney movies. I mean, that's a way to cut costs, but like, I am shocked they actually did that. Ooh. Oh my. Wow. Okay, I will just do a quick explanation for people who haven't pre-watched. This, yeah, I think I said last time, but in this world, these 7 Disney villains are actually seen as heroes and the heroes of their tale, and everything is tweaked ever so slightly. The evil queen is the beautiful queen, the person who persevered in her pursuit of beauty and did not allow anything to stop her, but that's painted in a positive light. The mention of attempting to murder her stepdaughter, not there. Maleficent, known as the Thorn Fairy, I think it is. I think her name in the game is. They don't use the names, barring Queen of Hearts. Everyone else has like a title. Or like their title is changed, like Evil Queen to Beautiful Queen. I think this guy's Jafar is referred to as Sorcerer of the Sands. His thing is like, he thwarted an evil thief attempting to steal away the princess. Yeah, or swindler. Ace just said. King of the Underworld for Hades. Look at the animation difference between the Evil Queen all the way to Hades. He's presented as like a good king god. Yeah, what's it? Scar is presented as he still took over the kingdom. No mention of familicide, but there is he's saying like he was so smart he was able to take over the kingdom and was renowned as a meticulous ruler. Ursula's is pretty easy to change. She's just called the Sea Witch. And she's just presented as like this lady who lived in a grotto and was nice enough to grant people's wishes. And Queen of Hearts, who is the focus of this arc. Oh, they didn't actually... They're not going to use animation for her? Oh, they're using the visions. They're using snapshots of the visions. Whoa. Ace just said, like, you know, if anybody defied the evil queen, or not the evil queen, if anybody defied the Queen of Hearts in the crazy kingdom, it'd be off with their heads, literally. She's so cool. He's like, I love beheading. That's how you know he's fucking Ace's pro-monarchy, guys. He watches beheadings on the weekends. Which are you talking about? You still have that one. Oh, he did his iconic pose! That heart pose is what he does in his, back when the game was first announced, that was his promo art for his character, the little heart hands. So cute. This is the moment that I said was very different from the game. Here, Ace is just like, in the manga as well, this scene is very toned down compared to the game, which I think does a massive disservice to Ace's character, and is like his prologue slash Heart Subule arc. It's mainly prologue. Basically, right now, Ace is just being like, wow, dude, you caused such a ruckus at the ceremony yesterday. You looked so stupid, and he's just laughing about it. But it's coming off as, like, playful teasing in this scene, especially with the music in the background. However, and you've got Deuce here who's telling him, hey, don't say that, that's mean. But in the game and the novel, this is basically one-to-one with the manga. But in the game and the novel, Ace is by himself. He doesn't really know Deuce yet. They're roommates, but somehow they don't really talk yet. But yeah, Deuce isn't typically introduced until later. In the game and the novel, he's not introduced until a later scene. And he's definitely not shown being pally with Ace just yet. Ace, in the game and the novel, absolutely tears into the protagonist. Like I said, Grimm is already here. He's in the manga, for some reason, they have him show up later, but in the game and the novel, they have him show up the first time you're at Umbro Dorm, or I'm just gonna call it Ramshackle, because I'm probably mispronouncing the fuck out of that. He shows up when you first go to the dormitory, or, like, your home while you're here in Twisted Wonderland. So it's that the three people there are you, Grimm, and Ace. And like I said, Ace just absolutely tears into you. He tears into Grimm, saying he's a worthless wannabe who's never going to achieve his dreams, that him being a monster makes him unable to ever become a mage, and that he's stupid for thinking so. He calls calls both of them ignorant for not knowing the Great Seven. He starts off trying to act all, like, nice and charming, but then he like does this complete 180 to this smug arsehole who's just making fun of you to fuel his own ego. And it sucks because that makes so many people absolutely hate his character at first. Which then later down the line, he's like I don't want to say too much, but it absolutely does a disservice to his character arc that they didn't do that in, like, the manga. The fact that they tone it down so much, I kind of understand why they toned it down so much, because the manga and the anime are meant to be more accessible to the public, and they want to have the characters come off as more approachable to get people to come into the games, and potentially the novels, or those are more for fans of the series. Hence why they follow the games more closely. But it really does change how you view Ace. I dare say it makes him more boring. Because when I first played the game, like I said, Ace was an absolute arsehole to the main character when you first meet. And so that made me love him more later down the line, the more you got to know him. That's kind of the theme with all the characters in the show. They all have massive flaws that come out the first time you meet them. It's as you spend more time with them and obviously their character arcs progress, you get to see the more human side of them and the not an absolute dickwad side of them. And that's what makes them good. And the fact that they just completely toned down this introduction scene for Ace, I know I sound like a broken record, but it makes his later change and eventual closeness with the main character fall kind of flat, because it just seems like from the get-go he's not a bad person. He's a bit of a tease, but otherwise he's a guy that you could easily get along with. It just massively bores him down. And like I straight up I'm not even like the biggest Ace fan. I've said before, like, Deuce here is my favorite, and he's one of the characters who's like comes off as more kinder and approachable when you meet him. It's just it's a very big nitpicky point, but it's just like, why did they choose to do this? I mean, I know why they chose to do this, but it's like oh, no, not curious. Hi, Toos, hi. Even before starting the official stream, I don't know how to do that. Fun random side fact: in actual mythology, Hades is actually a much better person than most pop culture versions of the characters. Yeah, I know. I mean, you can tell by the fact my character is, or I am half Siren. I know Greek mythology quite well. Well, as well as the common didn't study it professionally or whatever level does know it. And Hades is just such a chill dude. He's just like, oh, you want something? Well, you gotta do this, but like, sure, go ahead. Like or even straight up like, there's this one thing when the 12 like tasks of Hercules, or the 12 Herculean tasks, depending on which translation you're reading. Hercules just straight up goes down to the underworld and is like, yo, can I borrow Cerberus for a minute? Because I have to do something with him. And Hades is just like, sure, just make sure you bring him back. He's so chill. Do spade. They're ripping into his name. They're like, Yukon? What kind of name is that? And this is how they start to call the protagonist you in the series. Because, like, I have to say, even though these are obviously, like, the lower quality point, or the bit before was a lower quality point, I think it's actually quite nice. Even the lower quality bits have quite nice styles to them. Grim! There he is! He's back! My baby is back! And really got really amazing eyeliner for some reason. What? He said get it memorized. He's channeling his inner Axel. Kingdom Hearts reference. Yeah, but he wasn't banned. Grim, please, no, we don't need first-degree murder on the first day. Yukon is just like, I will fight you with a broom. Do not try me. Men? How did he Wait, no, this is a completely different scene. This is a completely different scene. Hold up, what? This was not in the manga. I don't remember him actually whacking Grim on the head. Am I just forgetting massively? But I don't think it's actually a moment. Wait, well then how did Grim get on the floor if you didn't actually hit it? What? Huh? Was that cartoon logic, physics logic there? You don't recognize the floor, you don't fall to the floor until you recognize it? Also, how did he not get burned? You could... He's literally calling security on Grim. Hey, security. I love how casual he says that. That's beautiful. Great question, says the one who is also desperate to get into the school. Minor spoiler. Fire-breathing cat versus broom, the winner. Maho Shoujo Grim! Grim. Oh, he's so cute! He's such a cute little baby! Oh! By the way, that was the carriage didn't actually come for him. He just straight up was like, "Fine, I'll do it myself," and went to the school. Oh. They're drawing parallels between Grim and Koito, Yukin's friend back home. Oh, sorry, I know this is completely different from the tone of the scene that we're supposed to be viewing, but, I just realized they have the inscriptions on, like, the actual things you can see. You can't really see, Ursula's one, but, the Queen of Hearts, a queen who ruled over a maze of roses and brought the rule of law to a chaotic kingdom. Under her strict leadership, no rose was off color, nor was any playing card soldier out of step. I wonder if it's actually written in Japanese or if it's still written in English in the other version. You underestimate the power of broom. Oh, bonding moment. Oh, here comes Asen. This is... Oh no! No, I mean, that's the thing and I meant to pause it! Oh shoot, okay, let me find the bit. Let me find where we were at. Let me just go back a little bit. Where are we at? Sorry. Sorry, I just wanted to pause and say I love the action, the voice direction for Deuce. The way I'm a bit... Okay, so there's another character, Sebek, who is literally always shouting, I pray for the voice actor's vocals by the end of the series, because when it finally gets to, like, the parts where he shows up, he is absolutely gonna need to go on vocal rest for a bit. But, I bring him up because Deuce here obviously has kind of like a loud growlish voice. Not growlish, but what's it? Every word he's saying has force behind it, but like in a good way. And I love the direction, but it makes me me both curious and a little scared for Sebek. Grimm's just a cute kitty. Don't say that to him, he'll kill you. He will literally set you on fire. Here comes the rivalry. A rivalry is born between two men, and you guess what he could do, and you know what that means. They get shipped by the fandom like crazy. Oh shoot! Yeah, see? Call him a kitty. He is going to set you on fire. Why isn't the comedic music playing right now? This is meant to be a tense scene. I always interpreted this as a tense scene, man. Wait, oh my god, I love that expression. Hold up, let's go back. I'm going back. Oh. Big dumb explodey hair. I can never get over that insult. But I love that expression there. I don't know why, but the somewhat deranged look on Ace's face is amazing. Oh my god. I love how they've drawn that. Though, a thing, I don't think you guys can see it because of the censorships, but, so the gems on their pens, which you saw in the opening scene where Riddle's holding, like, this, like, pen wand thing out, it's meant to be, like, has edges and stuff, but they've taken the decision to just, when it's not important in a scene, they've just taken the decision to just draw it really smoothly for some reason, which kind of is throwing me off every time I see it, but to be fair, it's meant to make it easier on the animators, so I can't complain too much. Ayo! Some flair! Why is your stone orange? You're meant to be a red stone. Wind magic! Guys, duels are prohibited. Oh shoot. Come on! I know that scene in the manga's coming up soon! The manga version of the scene is coming up soon, come on! This feels like a Pokemon battle, I'm gonna be real with you. What?! No, they didn't include it! No! They didn't- oh no, okay, it's slightly- okay, there's meant to be this really funny scene. No, okay. In the game, like, what's it? This moment happens. Obviously, it's these lot fighting, but Deuce isn't there, so he can't interfere in it in that version. But in the next version, there's like basically the headmaster is like, you guys shouldn't have been fighting. Go clean some windows. And they're like, okay, fine. But then Ace doesn't show up to clean the windows. So then you're like chasing him, trying to get him to work. And that's when you meet Deuce in the game. And you're like, stop him, please. And Deuce is like, oh crap, what do I do? What do I do? Oh, I know. Summon something heavy. Something heavy? Cauldron! He literally summons a giant-ass cauldron and flattens Ace with it. And because he's here during this scene, in order to condense down the game into like a palatable manga, they, what's it? They put it as in, like, they put it here, but they didn't put it here. They didn't flatten Ace with a cauldron. It was so funny. No. We just gotta watch the Queen of Hearts burst in flames. Are you kidding me? Also, this completely removes... Okay, the reason why Deuce ends up getting involved in all this is because... What's it? Is because he's technically he gets involved in the punishment because he's technically part of the duel because he used magic and interfered. Like, I'm pretty sure him pinning down Ace is what makes him panic and throw the flame towards the Queen of Hearts. And that's why Deuce gets involved, why he partially shares the blame. But he's just standing here in this version, so how are they gonna justify him being involved? You can kind of understand because he's the, janitor, and also he didn't bother actually restraining Grimm when he was right next to him. But Deuce is a student who's just caught up in the moment. How is he at any point to blame for this? One second, actually. I'm just gonna... Oh, what? One second. Sorry, 1 second, let me go back. Let me do that. Can you guys hear the audio now? Ace is like, oh, fuck. Welcome to non-accuratism. Shadow down the eyes are just great in general. I know, I love it. Oh, I love when like characters do that expression. It's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna say it. It awakens something in me. I'm gonna be real with you. He's in the corner like, dude. Well, you can put out the fire! Why is he going to be involved in this? He is the only one who's taken proactive measures to ensure the disaster doesn't get any bigger. You can hear the sizzling, it's amazing. Oh no. Crowley's just like... Why does this Loki feel like the Elmo meme? The fire is obviously... It looks so realistic. What the hell? It's interesting because the reason why Crowley comes over is because he can hear other students screaming, "There's a fight! There's a fight!" He's just casually having his morning stroll here. How can you be expelled? He's not even a student, man. Curly's like, you've burned one of literally the most precious parts of our school. You are expelled, all three of you. Yukin in the corner like, not even a fucking student, man. He literally just pointed that out. He's like, I'm not a student. How does this affect me? Oh, Deuce, no! Oh! Oh, he mentioned his mom! Wait, why is he calling her mother? Why is he calling her mother? He doesn't refer to his mom as mother. He's casual with it. He's like mom or ma. Or like he sometimes... to be fair, I think he actually does call his mother quite childishly in Japanese, but... It's like, I don't know. I'm surprised they've had him refer to his mom as mother, because they definitely have a close relationship. House spoilers. He didn't even get involved. Deuce wasn't even involved! Crowley, listen to the poor boy, he was not involved in the incident. Why is no one saying that Deuce wasn't involved in the incident? Come on! Can we please vouch for this poor boy? He's getting dragged for no reason. Oh, he's literally just grabbed him. Audio is still somewhat hearable. That's it must be coming from my headphones then. I don't know how to change that. Humble and politeness in Japan. Why is there a thing in the middle of the screen? Because it's meant to be further censorship. Why did they decide to jump cut? Why did they decide to jump cut? That makes no sense. They're literally explaining it right now. They could have just had this scene there and then cut to the dwarf mines. Okay, basically right here, Crowley. It happens in the same scene. They don't even move to a different environment. It's literally just Crowley being like, "Fine, you want to stay? We have the chandelier in we have a chandelier in the dining room, and the lights are kind of going out because the mage stone. By the way, it hasn't been explained in the anime yet, so I'll explain it quick. A mage stone is something that is like either it channels magic power, like it's the rock that the students have on their pens, or it has innate magical power and it can power things up. Like there's like a fire type mage stone powering the chandelier here on screen. Though fun fact, the reason why Deuce ends up getting him, I will say the manga is a bit weirder why certain characters like Deuce and Yukon are involved. In the game, it makes more sense because at this point, even though you aren't seen as students of the school, Crowley is like, well, you were able to convince Grimm to fight the ghosts back in when you first get to Ramshackle. So he's like, you know what? He wants to attend here. I can't really send you anywhere. I can't let him be a student here. So if you promise to vouch for him and make sure that he behaves, the two of you can have the run of the library and you can study. Even if you can't attend classes, you can study. So the reason the main character gets blame in this situation and is kicked out of, or potentially about to be kicked out of Night Raven College is because they've already said, okay, yeah, I assume responsibility for all of Grimm's actions. That's why the main character gets punished. In the game, like I said, Ace and Grimm burn the statue. Crowley at first is a lot more understanding. He doesn't immediately jump to expulsion. He's like, you know what? Mistakes happen. It's day one. I'm not gonna make this a big thing. If you guys can just clean all the windows in the school, which obviously is a Herculean task in and of itself, but he's like, just this afternoon, once you has finished their other responsibilities and Ace has finished his classes, if you guys can just go around the school and clean the windows, we can consider this done and dealt with. And from that point, that's why people still see Crowley as like somewhat of an he's a harsh but fair headmaster, and it's kind of builds up the fact of like he is actually a good good person. However, then what happens is, like I said, Ace skives, you try to find him, Deuce gets involved and pins down Ace, and Ace is like, fine, okay, I'll clean the windows. But then you realize, where's Grimm? Grimm's got the bright idea from Ace running away to then run away himself to avoid the issue, to avoid helping out. And so then you have to chase Grimm. Again, I can see why this was condensed down, because it's just a bunch of following someone back and forth, and it's just an excuse to put in twist tunes and battles into the game. Every time you say Grimm, I think of Dan TDM's Dog in Minecraft. I don't know. Okay, small thing. I didn't actually watch too much of Dan TDM, sorry. But basically, then Grimm ends up in the cafeteria. Chandelier is still important. He climbs up the wall and is on the chandelier. And everyone's thinking like, crap, how do we get Grimm down? This is where Deuce gets blame. He picks up Ace with his magic, and he throws Ace at the chandelier to catch Grimm. This is Deuce's involvement and why he gets expelled, or it's like threatened expulsion. And Ace, obviously, if he didn't skive in the first place, the whole thing wouldn't happen, and he's already done the whole burning the statue, been part of that incident in Grimm. And when Deuce throws Ace at the chandelier, he ends up, the force of him landing on the chandelier alongside Grimm causes the chandelier to fall down. And that's why, that's why, what's his face? That's why, like, Crowley then goes from being like, okay, just clean windows to, you've just broken a very precious artifact powered by a mage stone, and you have broken in the game, you break the power source of the chandelier, and the headmaster's like, this is an incredibly rare stone that without it we cannot power this incredibly important chandelier that is like an important like historical piece or something. We are now, you have completely ruined something. You are expelled. It makes a bit more sense in the game why he then goes to expulsion, because Grim and Ace have already been involved in something. Yukin is, in the game, has already assumed responsibility for Grim's actions, and then Deuce is directly responsible for the breaking of the chandelier, and therefore the mage stone that powers it. So it makes sense, therefore, why the expulsion happens, but it's so much more like, because it's so much more snappy in the game. Sorry, my roommate just brought me a drink, and I am thirsty as fuck from all that yapping. But, that's why the expulsion makes more sense in the game. But also, it's just like, sorry, my original point was how weird it is that they're jumping back and forth, with Crowley being like, I won't expel you if you get the the mage stone. Wow, I went on a Yapatron there. Sorry, let's actually watch what we're here for. There's the mage stone! Oh, it's red, blue, and green, like the free Aurora fairy. What the fuck are they called? Sleeping Beauty's fairies. Her fairy godmothers. Why are you getting so close to that statue? What is this frame? What is this frame? Why is it... What sort of gameplay does Twisted Wonderland even have? It's, Twisted Wonderland, the game, is primarily, it's a visual novel, but it... I've just looked down at my phone to read chat, because I can't look at chat right now, because I'm watching the anime, obviously, on my screen, on my TV. And I just see, it's just replaying the bit of Curly just going in. Why is he going? Why is there a white filter? Why is he so close to Deuce's face? Why is this framed in a way that would make, in any other series, would be PL? What is going on? Anyway, in the game is primarily a visual novel, but it's also a gacha game. It's a lot of when I first heard about the game, I was like, this is a lot of elements in one. How are they gonna balance this? Because it sounded like the kind of thing that was trying to have a piece of every pie, and then it was just gonna crash and burn. Thankfully it didn't. I'm very thankful that Twisted Wonderland is still around today. But sorry, I really need to drink. I have a massive migraine. What's it? The game, yeah, primarily visual novel. The main part of it is, you have a gacha system, and through the gacha system you can pull the cards of specific character outfits, but they also have different, like, attributes in the game. I got it wrong last time. There isn't light dark magic, there's null magic. So you have the main three magics, which is fire, water, and leaf. It's basically Pokemon. And then you have null type, which is it's weak to no it's not weak to any types, even its own type. It's just there. It's there if you want to flash your power level or whatever. And then what's it? What's the word? What is the word? And then you could, because the card, why the fuck did I just go Scottish or Irish or what the fuck? Whatever. Anywho, then you can use those cards in the battle mechanic. The battle mechanic is slightly more prevalent than the other mechanic, which is Twist Tunes. Twist Tunes is still quite prevalent, but they have slightly more of the battle elements, which is, it's a turn-based thing where basically you pick two 2 of the card. Each card has 2 attributes, and you can use those 2 attributes within 5 rounds of each fight. And then after 5 rounds, it resets, and it randomly gives you 5 attacks you can do each time. It's a bit confusing. It makes more sense if you play the game, but yeah, it's a turn-based kind of battle system that obviously you have to beat them to be able to progress in the visual novel aspect of the story. And then it also has the twist tune aspect, which is a rhythm game aspect, which it's a very simple rhythm game. There's green, which is you can literally tap anywhere on the screen and it will count. There's red, blue, where you click the right side of the screen for red things, and then you click on the left side of the screen for the red dots, and the right side of the screen for the blue dots. Wow. And then you have purple, which is where you have to tap directly onto the notes that show up on the screen. People, I will say, I know I just called Twist 2 simple. The first 2 are simple. The purple ones kind of catch you out a bit. Sometimes it feels like the purple ones are a little bit off beats, or it's either the way that they're presented, because they're presented a bit differently to the other tapping bits of the other rhythm game elements. It's like it's kind of weird, but it's like you sort of eventually get used to it, unless you're playing Absolutely Beautiful. At that point, then you cry, but you know, I'll let you deal with that in book 4 if you decide to play the game. But yeah, the different mechanics I just said don't. The different twist tunes, by the way, they're all different elements. You never get a green with a blue and a red, and you don't get a red with a purple, and you don't get a green with a purple. Sorry, I drank too fast. It's just it just is what it is. But yeah, primarily visual novel, has the gacha aspect. The gacha aspect plays back into the battle aspect, and there's also twist tunes on the side, which is a rhythm game. But again, I will say, primarily it is a visual novel. It is meant to be a character-driven story, the Twisted Wonderland. So, you know. Yeah. They're headed to the dwarf mines. It's our first big thing happening soon. We see you there, Grim. You ain't slick. Oh, hey, Riddle. Oh, I always forget he has that little crown pin on his bow tie. It's so cute. Ooh, here comes a good one. Please, please be animated well. Ooh. Oh, he's so angry. He's so angry. I love this. It's not as dramatic as it felt in the manga, but it's okay. It's okay. I think I just interpreted the manga a lot more dramatically than it was intended to be. Why is he walking so sassily? We're going back a minute. Hold up. What is up with Ace and his walk? I swear to God, he he is trying to tell the audience something. I think they were trying to make Crowley as well as the situation more ominous. Maybe, but Crowley isn't so. Oh, they're showing the big boy off early. They're showing the big boy off early. Need stones. Okay, sorry, let me just skip over this bit again. I'm skipping over the credit sections. Is there any difference in the ending? I don't think so. There's no difference in the Stream obedience now. Stream obedience by Hearts of Yule now. By the way, I saw someone point this out on Twitter. The kaleidoscopic flower effect looks like when Alice in Wonderland is like, I think it's when she's talking to the caterpillar or around that time in the movie. It looks the effect obviously is meant to look like the flowers in the movie, and that's like so cool. I love how like every little attention to detail. And we got the tiny little baby things. Hearts of Yule. It's a room tour. I wonder if... Okay, so in the game, they do clarify at one point that the first years are in rooms of 4, the second years are in rooms of 2, and the third years, that's when you finally get your own room. I don't know why the system is like that, but it is. The exception to this is if you're, like, Housewarden. You get your own room from the get-go if you're Housewarden, or if it's, like, before your third year. So Riddle as a second year has his own room because of it. And the fourth years, I think, also get their own room, but yeah, it's a bit weird because we've only ever had brief mentions of the fourth years, but they exist. So it's really weird, because we know they exist because they're mentioned in the story. It's not even like in a side story, but they're present in I'm gonna have to restart that explanation, aren't I? Basically, in Night Raven College, it's not a 3-year program, it's a 4-year program. You got first year, second year, third year, and then fourth year. The reason why you don't see the fourth years as much is because they are out doing internships. Primarily year 4 is about getting work experience from the sounds of it, so they're out working with prestigious companies and whatnot for the first, like, 2/2 or 2/3 of the year even, and then it's towards the end of the year that they actually come back to school for graduation and whatnot, to, like, just to be like, yeah, I did the requirements, can you, like, sign me off to graduate or whatever. But other than that, you don't hear or see much of the fourth years, so it's to the point where it's not even like the fandom's like, oh, they're so mysterious, I wonder who they're going to be based off, I wonder if they're going to be involved in any way. But there's just nothing. It's gone to the point where people actually forget that this is meant to be a 4-year type of school. It's actually kind of funny. But I am kind of hoping that the fourth years do show up at one point, just, you know, just so we can actually see them. Oh, it's a face! They broke the chibi sandwich! Oh, is it gonna be Jack? Is it Jack? Jack! Oh, my favorite tsundere. His dumbbells haven't been delivered yet. Oh, he's already working out. That's our king of abs. Say it like they've ever... You know what? I'm not even surprised they could animate him doing that. Apple! Apple! Oh, he's got a headache. What even is a macaron? I love Appel so much. I love his voice. I'm so glad they decided to actually give him a country accent. It's so funny. Why is he just digging through apples? He's got his apple juice! So yeah, Appel here... It's so stupid. Because, okay, the characters in Twisted Wonderland, majority of the time, they are based off of, like, actual characters from the thing. Riddle is twisted from the Queen of Hearts. The other members of Heartsobule, mainly twisted from the playing card soldiers, but also there's, like, there's sort of theories that Trey is also partially inspired by the Mad Hatter, Cater was partially inspired by the White Rabbit, and Ace and Deuce don't really have many other attributes that could point to them being inspired by something else, but there potentially is, but I can't say for sure. Savannah Claw, Leona based on Scar, Ruggy based on the hyenas. Nobody really knows what Jack is based off of, I'll be real with you. He's literally his name is literally Jack Wolf. He is based off a wolf, but nobody knows. Literally nobody knows how the fuck they managed to get a wolf from the Lion King. It got to the point where people were theorizing that he isn't actually from the Lion King, and that he's actually meant to be twisted off the wolves that attack Beast in Beauty and the Beast. But if that's the case, he is the only student that we know of that is in a dorm that isn't based off the movie they're twisted from. So there's that. Azul from Octagonale is twisted from Ursula. The twins, Floyd and Jade, are based off the eels Flotsam and Jetsam, if you want to, same first letter for which eel they're based off of. Skipping Pomafiore for a second. What's the word? Scarabia, Jamil, based off Jafar, and Kalim, the Housewarden, the guy whose boat was on fire. He's based off of the Sultan. People at first, when he was first announced, because he has a feather in his hair, they thought he was based off Iago, but then people were quick to point out, like, no, that doesn't make sense, because then he'd be a henchman to Jamil, but that's not the dynamic at all, so he has to be based off the Sultan. And then what's the next storm? Ignahide. This is, one of them's a bit trickier to place. Obviously the Housewarden Idia is meant to be based off of Hades, but then you have what's his name? Ortho, who's also in the dorm, and he's based off of it's hard to tell what Ortho is meant to be based off of. People initially thought, like, oh, he's probably meant to be a pain and panic thing. He's just looks similar to Ortho to Idia because they're meant to be brothers. But that's not the dynamic at all, so it doesn't make sense again. So then people were like, oh, maybe he's based off of Kerberos or Cerberus, which later down the line does end up making a bit more sense, but it's gotten to the point where people think that they're just both meant to be based off of Hades. But that's basically Ortho's the one who's got the biggest amount of interpretation to, like, deal with. And then you go to Diasomnia, Malleus based on Maleficent. Lilia is based off the bats that, like, are around her castle. Silver is a bit weird because initially people thought okay, actually no, I'm gonna say now, this is where things start to get a bit weird. With Apel, Silver, and Sebek. Apel from Pomafiore, and then Silver and Sebek from Diasomnia. Apel here is meant to be based on the poisoned apple. And you have Rook, who's based off the Hunter, Vil, who's based off the Evil Queen, and then you just have... And then you just have Apel, who is an apple, who is a poison apple. I love the direction they took with him, by the way. You can definitely see how well the characters from the movies have been interpreted to become the characters we see here. But it's just, when I first heard he was meant to be the poison apple, that made me laugh my ass off. But then it gets worse, because then you have Silver from Diasomnia, who is like, who could he be based off of? What could he be based off of? I mean, later down the line, it becomes clear he's meant to be based off a different sort of character, so it's not, unfortunately, not as funny the further you get in. But initially, people thought he was based off the fucking sword that Prince Philip uses to slay Maleficent. The, like, what's it? The 10 seconds it has on screen. They assumed that most people was like, well, his name's Silver. He is literally Silver. And he's more hero coded than villain coded, so he's probably the sword. But then you have Sebek, and you guys know that 2 seconds of lightning that flashes around Maleficent's castle. You know that 2 seconds of lightning? That's what Sebek's based off of. That's apparently what Sebek's based off of. The 2 second frame of lightning is what he is based off of. And it's so stupid. But it's so funny. It's so stupid it's funny. And I've completely thrown off this old chibi segment with my rant about characters and their inspirations. The explanation is amazing. I'm so lost during streaming the world, but so intrigued at the same time. Hi, Blues Hub! I highly recommend either watching the anime yourself, reading the manga, because the anime is based off the manga. It still has differences. These chibi segments aren't in the manga, and there are some differences in the actual manga itself with the story pacing. But if you don't want to get into the game, which is a lot meatier, even though it's like massively more far ahead than any of the other mediums Twisted Wonderland is in, I would say the manga is the best bet to get into right now because, okay, it's a bit weird. Hearts of Buell is finished. Savannah Claw isn't, but Octavianal is, and then Scarabia has just started. The reason Savannah Claw isn't finished is because the artist who was in charge of that manga, like the head artist, ended up falling sick, so that meant they had to delay the production of that, and then they started Octavianal alongside Savannah Claw simultaneously, so they couldn't, but they, obviously, because no one was sick on Octavianal's side, they couldn't just stop that, so that meant that the third arc of the story was finished before the second in the manga, but the Savannah Claw manga is finally catching up. Fortunately, the author is better now, so it's literally just the last 2 chapters that are getting finished off now. But yeah, and Scarabia's arc has started, so I think they've learned their lesson, and they're only releasing Scarabia by itself. I don't think they're gonna end up releasing any more simultaneously now, just to avoid the confusion. Really, this kind of they were massively running out of ideas. To be fair, I will say Sebek is highly loyal to Malleus, so there is also it could be similar to where the Hearts of Buell members being based off playing cards, and like Trey being partially inspired by Mad Hatter and Cater partially being inspired by the White Rabbit. It could be a thing of Sebek also taking inspiration from the minions, like Maleficent's minions that show up for a little bit in the movie, but don't really do anything, as far as I remember. But primarily his design, his name is Zig Volt, Voltage. His hair literally has a lightning stripe to Hoge. And there's one extra detail about him, which I won't reveal because spoilers, but literally everything about his design, even down to the fact that he is green like the green lightning. He is the lightning through and through. It is ridiculous. Speaking of the man in question, hey, Mr. Lightning Bolt. Like I said, very loyal to Malleus, to the point he has a giant portrait of the man. Why did you put it on your thing? Wait, Malleus! Where'd you get to see the man? He's like, did someone say my name? Oh, that was amazing. Alright, let me now just... it's the screen. Nope, it was the screen. Nope, was it? I don't even know. I'll just get rid of both of them. Alright, going up to just chatting for a minute. Yay! I think my friend is super into it. Well, if you want to just ask them for like a recap of the series, I would highly recommend you talk to them about it. It is honestly, I love the series so much. If I could center my entire channel around Twisted Wonderland, I don't know if I'd do it, but I would definitely think about doing it. And yeah, that was episode 2 of me praying I don't get struck down by Disney. Please let my channel be small enough. Please let my channel be small enough. Don't notice me, mouse. Please. Please. I need to learn to isolate audio. Fuck. Why are you so close? So you can stare lovingly into my blue orbs. Look at me, Carney. Look at me. Look at me! Let me turn on my background audio, one sec. ASMR idea, ASMR series with deep lore. I won't lie, I have been considering making an ASMR series based off my lore. But it'd be a bit weird because the reason why I hesitate to do it is, one, then people who pick it up would be very confused if they find one midway. But then also, I have separate lore for both ASMR me and live stream me, which is, you know, why are you so smug? Because I'm getting to force my hyperfixations on you all. Oh my god. You must deal with my hyperfixations, chat. You can't escape my hyperfixations anymore. Anywho, Nat Lore ASMR just talk about the NFDF and the KCC. Lore ASMR, I explain my lore. ASMR, I explain my chat's lore. Mookie moosh. Yeah, what's up? Oh my god, what's up? What is up? What is up is art by Promise that on Twitter, yeah. And what's below is I have commissions open, ooh. And also I have monthly membership goals. You guys want to do another Among Us thing? Get us to 25 memberships. And if you want us to go through my old Wattpad, get us to 50 memberships. Oh my god. But to be honest, I've only watched 2 episodes, but Twisted Wonderland has already won my approval, which as you probably noticed isn't hard, but it's still valuable, I think. Yes, it is. It is very valuable. Thank you very much for becoming a fan of the series. I hope you stay with us for the slog that is gonna end up being Dear arc. I wanna just, okay, I brought this up last time. I want you to all, I don't know if you guys remember. Chapters playlist. I would like to present to you all. So, Hearts of Buell arc in the game is... There are 28 chapters. There's books, and then chapters are like the visual novel. Books means like the arc is specifically which arc it is, and then chapters is how many there are of it's just visual novel scenes, or like the twist tunes and the battle segments. There are 28 chapters in the Hearts of Buell segment. I want you all to have a guess. Have a quick gander, or just a guess, how many you think there are for chapter 7. Keeping in mind that, you know, they I don't know, it's just you know, just keep in mind that it's the same game. Less characters less characters in the dorm. I come back and Nat is doing Gyaro voice. Are we rating Yuki? Is Yuki streaming? Yeah, fuck yeah, I'll rate her if she's streaming. I don't mean to be doing a Gyaro voice, but eh. But yeah, so Twisted Wonderland Hearts of Buell arc has 28 chapters. I want you guys to guess the current arc, the Deisomnia arc that's just wrapped up. How many chapters do you think that that has the Deisomnia arc? Like the story points, because, you know, like, eh. I want you to guess, chapters. Just guess how many chapters you think. I wanna hear your guesses. 118! Fair enough, 0. I would like to hear others, please, before I reveal the answer. The answer that I bet you're all so invested in. Do we think it is over triple, like what 0 is saying? Or over quadruple? 28... 40. I want people to have a good guess, have a good think. How much longer do you think they could make the arcs? 90. 1,000. Felt like a playthrough. Jesus fucking Christ. In the later chapters, specifically in book 6, they introduce this like chessboard kind of mechanic, which I ain't getting. I don't have enough time to explain, but yeah, it's not, it's a slog to get through. But, yeah, I want people to have a quick guessy, yeah. Have we got any more guesses? Have we got any more guesses for what the amount could possibly be? What could the amount possibly be? I'll wait like 5 more seconds. Gyaruva KP, come on, man. No, now you're here, KB. Now you have to play in this guessing game. The first arc, the Hearts of Yule arc of Twisted Wonderland, has 28 chapters. I want you to guess now how many more chapters are in the Diasomnia arc. The latest Hearts of Yule, first ever arc to come out. Diasomnia, the latest one to come out. Guess now how many chapters, or you don't get Gyaru voice ever again. Oh, my back. Oh, my back. Ignore me. Guess. I just got back. What's up? You were here in the first place. 7. What are we talking about? Hi, Blue Hoodie. I'm forcing people to guess about. I knew you just got here. Don't fucking lie to me ever again, you bitch. I'm forcing chat to guess how many chapters are in the 2 separate arcs. Okay, so Hearts of Yule arc was released back in 2020. It was the first arc of the game that was released alongside the full official release, alongside half of Savannah Claw. And then you have a 34. I never even heard it. It can't be One Piece levels of chapters, can it? The newest arc, the Diasomnia arc that has just wrapped up, well, about 3 months ago. The Diasomnia arc that wrapped up 3 months ago stands at 344 chapters with an additional 23 epilogue chapters. So in total, wait, no, I lied. It's 349 chapters with an additional 23 epilogue chapters. So that means it technically has a total of 372 chapters compared to Hearts of Yule's 28. And I hope my Hearts of Yule boys get more justice. Any filler? No, it is all completely central to the story. Kind of. Technically you can consider some parts filler, but at the same time it's like it adds to the dramatics of the story. So I am genuinely curious how they're gonna handle that in like the manga and the books. Cause like the book for Hearts of Yule, obviously they have the time now to add in write in additional context, so it is a bit longer than the actual game segment, I would say. Also because it's just a general book, and also they now have to set up a character arc for the main character, Yuya. That's some T-Blore. If I'm in heaven, please straight me down right now. Chapter power group, seriously. And it's like, what is even the last one? Let me just also put into perspective. Ignahide. So Ignahide was the arc before it. Not chapter 7, I want chapter 6, there we go. Keep her at the end of the world. Yeah, chapter 6. Chapter frickin' 6. You wanna... You wanna know how many... Okay, so Diasomnia is chapter 7. Ignahide is chapter 6. Do you wanna have a gander? A little guessy guess of how many chapters were in book 6? Do you wanna guess how many were in book 6? 330 chapters. I don't get what's happening at all, man. Well, suffer, KB. You should have watched the VOD. Or watch the VOD when it comes out. You should be watching the live stream. How could you abandon me like this, KB? How could you do this to me? I thought you were my Argo, man. I thought you were my mod. You're just not here. But yeah, so Chapter 7, 372. How many How many do you think is in book 6? The arc that happens just before the Deosomnia arc. I wanna hear your guesses. I really want to hear your guesses. The guilt tripping is crazy. Hello, where are you? I'm in my room, clearly. Anything below 300. This one might be a bigger addiction. This one, yes. Don't worry, none of the case. I have fixed the lag. Have I been lagging? No one's actually mentioned anything about the lag. I got no clue at this point. Just guess. Just think of any number. Any number that comes to mind. Just type it out. Type it out. KB, my lag has been fixed. I haven't had a single lag complaint at all. or not even any major one, at least. Evil ass giggle. Fuck you. No like yet.
Shut your mouth. Shut your ever-loving mouth.
I haven't had lag throughout. Let's go away, Peppy. Now we go no lag. If it lags, it's like 1 sec for like, oh, thank God, finally. How'd you fix it? I have no fucking clue. I bought a new Ethernet cable. That didn't work. I messed around with some settings. That seemed to help it. I have no clue otherwise. No, like it's been fine. That's good. But guess. I want to be able to guess. This is going to be the last thing I do before I sign off, okay? 230. Fair enough. Anybody want to go higher or lower than 230? Deosomnia Hearts of Yule Arc 28. Deosomnia Arc 372 total if you count the epilogue. 349 if not. Ignihide Arc, the arc right before Deosomnia Arc. How many chapters do you think is in it? Don't Google it! Carney, I will ban you. I will ban you if you type it in chat. Matt, please get better tech, we beg you. I fixed it, okay? It wasn't the tech, it was the software. You're signing off? What? It's the end of stream, dude. I finished reacting. What do you... You not realize it's the end of stream? Why do you think we're on the just chatting screen? Wait, man, don't go. I just got it. That's why I'm trying to draw it out a bit for you, okay? I'm trying to be nice. That's why I'm telling you to get her sooner. I'm trying to drag it out so you have time to interact and say hi. I don't know all these numbers. Guess. What? Hearts of Yule Book 1. First arc had 28 chapters. Deosomnia, the last current arc, has 349, 372 if you count the epilogue. What do you think Ignihide, the book before / arc before Deosomnia's, how many chapters do you think it is? Yes, I'm being sweet, so turn up on time next time. Where the hell am I guessing? Okay, so in the game, the different arcs or the different like segments of the story are based off the dormitories. The first arc is Hearts of Yule arc, which has it's called Book 1 and it has 28 chapters, which is 28 visual novel segments, all about 3 minutes longer, depending on shorter or longer. It depends on how quick you read. Or like you get through the battle segments and the twist tune segments. 290, fair enough. Anonymous phone, that's... Well, how many did Zero guess? 230. So a bit higher than Zero. But yeah, and then the most... Hearts of Yule was the first arc. And then Deosomnia is the most recent arc. I feel like I have to broken fucking record. It's the most recent arc where it has 349 chapters. So 349 visual novel segments / but could also be 372 if you count the epilogue, because it was like a 7.5 thing. Ignihide is the arc before the Deosomnia arc, so I just want people to see how much difference there is right now with it. 250, fair enough. Thank you for not searching it up, Carney. So KB, how much do you think? So we've managed to go from 28 visual novel segments all the way up to 349. 370? You think it's more? You think it's more than the current arc? You think it's around 400? 470? Chill, dude, chill. You just to get higher than everyone. Alright, is this all the answers we're gonna get? Is anybody else gonna put in any answers? Ah, this is great. Yeah, guys, I got this. Well, you should be worried. You should be worried. Because Heartslabule, 28 chapters. Deisomnia, 349/372. Ignahide, 89. It slowly creeps from 28 all the way up to 89 for book 6, and then has a sudden spike to 349. It's insane. Everyone was saying at the time when it was getting released, like, everyone was like, geez, there's so much content in Ignahide. How are they gonna condense this down for, like, the books and the manga? Because the anime hadn't been released yet. And then they say, like, oh, by the way, here's Deisomnia. Enjoy over 300 chapters of content. Everyone's like, well, Jesus Christ, they are never gonna finish adapting this now. It's gonna end up being 3 books just for one arc. Sorry, LEP. Wait, I'm a member. Yeah, I gave out some free memberships at the last stream of the month last month, and you got it. Yeah, I gave you a free membership, dude. Just 89, yeah, just 89, it's crazy. It is absolutely freaking insane, dude. Fishy yap. I am a fishy yapper. I yappy yappy yap. I yappy yappy yap. And remember, KB, you could join the membership streams. Huzzah! I say that like I do any membership streams. I think we should stop kids freaking out. Kids freaking out. KB is a kid now. Yeah, I am gonna have to sign off, guys, because I have a massive freaking headache, and I need to sleep, and I am in pain, and I'm also just want to celebrate the fact that we finally tackled the lag. Want my prize? I got the closest number. You said it for the wrong book. You can't get it if it's for a different book, man. Do a membership stream of Overwatch? No. No, I don't want to. You can't make me. Ah, no. No, I don't want to go there. Ah. Oh, crap. Sorry. Yeah, I gotta sign off, guys. I need EPs. I have work I have to do off stream, and I am also tired, so, yeah. Goodbye. Okay, it's KP. I already revealed the answer. It's 89. You're too high, dude. Well, you're not. It's 667. Say the thing. I'm gonna say the thing. Just someone control KB. KP's trying to stall, man. Trying to stall with being happy about being a member, which I'm glad you're happy about, KB. And also trying to pressure me to Overwatch. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining, and I hope you all have— don't freaking 6-7 me! Don't 6-7 me! Don't— no, that's not allowed. What? Yes, KB, what's up? What's up, KB? Bad dog. Thank you for the membership. Ah! I fell off my chair. 1 second. Thank you for the membership. It's scaring me so bad I fall off my chair. Thank you, KB. The first membership of the month goes to KB, unless someone did off stream, but you know. Hello, KB. Thank you. Hello. Thank you very much. Mwah. Enjoy the waves lapping at your feet, my dear shore dweller. Stupid fish sauce. So, oh no, not the sit-up. Fine. Fine, I will do sit-ups. Fine. Fine. You're making me do sit-ups when I'm dog tired. How cruel are you? How could you do this to me, KB? How could you do this to me? How could you do this to me? Oh, God. I want to get up off the floor. I have a comfy rug. I have a comfy rug and I got a pillow under my back and I just want to sleep. Can I sleep on the floor? Can I sleep on the floor? Is that allowed? Is sleeping on the floor allowed? It's not a membership, no, it's a no, it's a KB, look what you did. You paid for a membership. KB, you paid for a membership. Look at what you did. KB, you paid for a membership. I don't know if you realize. If you meant to click on super chat, fair enough. But you clicked on membership. You paid for a membership, dude. Look at the dogs. I have to do push-ups now. Thank you, KB. $5. Okay, that one isn't. KB, stop now. That controls you. What do you think, KB? If you could control me, what would you do? Also, while I do my sit-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, for God's sake. 5. Oh. I can feel my head so shaking as I did that. It's not 10. The first one was a membership, dude. The first one was a membership. Look at the differences in the Greek. Read the fact that it says membership, dude. You gave me a membership. I mean, thank you. Thank you for the membership. And thank you for the donation. Make you play Overwatch and make Vampire ASMRs. Okay, the Overwatch bit, no, but the Vampire ASMRs, maybe. But yeah, oh, I got my head. Ooh. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Thank you all. Should I stop? No, it's gonna collapse. You say like it's anyone other than KB. KB's the one who needs an intervention, you know. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining tonight. Thank you, KB, for the last minute generosity. I really appreciate it. Actually, I think I need to get rid of something here. I'm afraid commissions will be closing. So, well, I could take on a couple small commissions if people want me to, but at the minute, yeah. It was a guy. KB, scroll up and look at it, dude. It says KB, member for 1 month, shore dwellers. It's fun hearing her suffer. Shut up, Cardi. Shut up. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining. You know what? You know what? Show me a piece of fan art, and I'll say it's not a membership. You want me to say it's not a membership? Give me Give me or give me membership. I don't give you membership. You didn't know you bought a membership for yourself. You didn't gift a membership, you bought a membership for yourself. Why am I a fart? Hey, Shimo, I just joined. Sorry, Red Hat. I'm afraid you are gonna have to go watch the VOD. I do actually have to go, guys. I'm about to pass out from exhaustion. I'm sorry. Sorry, Red Hat. But yeah, I do have to go. God's sake, KP, I will send you the screenshot. Are you gonna tell me what I bought? I'm the person you bought something from! Yeah, I'm getting, like, seriously lightheaded, guys. I do have to end the stream now. I'm actually worried I'm about to pass out live. Number 1 says otherwise. Yeah, thank you all so much for joining. I hope you all enjoyed Twisted Wonderland's the animation as much as I did. Let's pray that we don't get copyright struck, fellas. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. And I hope you all have a wonderful day or night, wherever you are. Mwah. Sorry, Red Hat. I would stay longer, but I am literally about to pass out, so maybe next time. Sorry. Bye bye. Bye bye.